Boss, we've done all as you said.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, boss. Everything like you asked. It's in my car, boss.
I'm surprised. You're actually good for something.
So, where is it, Brady?
Here, in the trunk.
What the fuck is that? You fat Irish prick. You're supposed to bring me a coat, not a skinny animal kid. Where is LOOT.BET code I asked it for?
Well, he wasn't talking.
Are you out your mind, Brady? Because I swear, I put your brain to sleep. He ain't talking because his fucking mouth is closed.
So, maybe I should open it.
Oh, don't kill me, please. I tell you everything. Code is loot, loot. I'm young. I don't wanna die.
Boss, code is loot.
Oh my god, idiot. Fuck, I surrendered by idiots.
Hey, kid. Sorry about that.
Welcome back. Me and Sermon once again at the microphones for your pleasure. And
or
Sangal,
displeasure.
or displeasure, whichever it swings. Either way, we're here. Can't do anything about that. So Sangal and MADDOG's PACT going to be taking each other on map 2 here, Nuke, which is the PACT map pick. So a must-win map, obviously, for PACT. If they lose this one, they're out.
Or yeah, they are sent home pacting, as it were.
PACT, well, absolutely
Pact.
awful, that one.
Thank you.
We're moving on. They will be sent home packing, and Sangal will make their way into that 2-2 stage of the Swiss system and live on for another day. But last time these two teams... Go on.
Oh, you go on. Last time these two teams
last time
duked it out.
Last time the two teams played on Nuke, it ended up double OT. PACT just about edging it out. Not a fan of that edging, but
it was
yeah,
1922, a good year, and definitely not the best of time periods. I'm sure it was an okay year though.
It was a year without war, I think. So
there you go, good year by those standards. Yeah, no, last time they duked it out, it was like that. But let's keep in mind, PACT, they won basically every time they played, even against Mouse Sports. It was at a time when Kerrigan was already gone, but at Fantasy Expo Spring qualifier, I believe, or something to that effect, it was 16-3. So PACT, absolutely no slouches. They are winning, of course. I don't know. I mean, usually it's quite a stomp when PACT get to play Nuke. Against Exploit, it was 16-8. Against Izako Boars, it was 16-11. 16-12 against Nexus. Convincing wins. And we should be seeing a convincing game here from them. Or, of course, they're out of the tournament. And Sangal might just win this one out in 2-0 fashion. Meanwhile, of course, Sangal's record on Nuke, not the best. Losing to not the best teams in the world, if I'm going to be honest. But definitely a few interesting wins in there against the Polish squad of Anonimo.
Oh, logic, man.
Namiga. Alternate attacks, but, you know, several... Yeah, this knife round went, like, way further out than out.
Yeah, you really had to stretch your point, didn't you, Sermon?
Just,
really had to stretch that one.
I wasn't even looking at the monitor, to be honest. I was, like, surprised that they were all the way down in secret, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a bit of a... They went for a 100-meter sprint. Not sure what the times are, but...
Get nice and warmed up as well, you know, for the game. Need to stretch your legs. Hopefully you guys had a stretch as well during that 10-minute break.
Yeah, I went downstairs, had a bit of a stretch, got some Watsits.
I played some chess puzzles.
We're two very different people, aren't we, Sermon?
Yeah, I'm a boomer. But at least I'm rated 1700 in chess puzzles, so that's pretty good.
Nice, nice.
My 10-minute rating, not so good, though. It's about at the 1200 rating. It's pretty bad, Dan. But I never pretended to be a good chess player. As we head on over. Ooh, dual Berettas on engine. Let's go. He's the only one without armor, though. He's not a raid boss just yet. But let's see if they can rush here onto ramp. 2 players to receive them as Logic and Sensei, well, they've deleted everyone. And Engine, he will not be making those pistolieros sing unless he can find Sobal directly above his head. But given the fact that it is high noon, he doesn't want to look up, doesn't want to get blinded by the sun, as he does get removed. And the dualies, the only weapon in this one that don't see any action. But fear not, Dan. Sensei has picked them up, and he will be taking them into the second round.
Well, that was outrageous. Just complete decimation in towards Brantry. And then the camera switches to Sobel, who's just, you know, contemplating what the hell to do now because the rest of his team are extinguished. Flames that burned bright last half as long.
A candle, but okay.
Well, a candle is a flame.
Sure is.
And
It's also...
a flame can also be for fuel. And if it's burning twice as bright, it will also last twice as... not as long. Words.
That is how the equation works, yes.
Yeah.
You are correct. And like in this equation as well. Outside control plus a bunch of terrorists stacking the big garage. Little to no CT presence around that area equals... Well, Beanox not getting the kill toward main, but after a re-aggression, certainly does get it.
Sangal needs to be careful because they've dropped a couple rounds like this now on Dust 2 and potentially this one as well, unless they make it up for it here. Major should be able to get this kill, no problem, and he will. Nails down Manise. Brought towards the yard will be Nox. So now they are bringing it back into their advantage as shots from the heaven. Just from the heavens rain down on these players in towards lobby. Darko gets himself one, as does Sobel. Now again, pressure put on this Sangal Esports side. And the reload gives away Logic's position. It just gets spammed down through the wall.
All down to him. From heaven, he has to take care of 2 terrorists. Already took care of the first, but the AUG swapped out. Gonna be covering up Sobal, I'm afraid. The gun model a bit too chonky. As Sobal gets a nice and easy headshot onto the final player. And, well, this second one was certainly exciting, wasn't it?
Doing less with more, or doing more with less, rather, is the MADDOG's PACT slowing up probably after that round like that. Doing more with less.
No knock to Beanox, though. Doesn't want to be called less coming into a lineup like this.
That's not what I meant. I meant the weaponry.
I know it's not. I just wanted to insinuate it.
Yeah, I just want to try to paint me as a bad guy. Is that it, Sermon? Is that all you're out to do?
I'm setting you up for like the heel turn, man. I'm trying to be the baby face over here.
I can see it on Reddit already. Caster does not like Nox.
I'm sure that'll get a spicy 3 upvotes.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's enough to ruin my career, really.
Comment number 1, who the hell is Nox?
Who the hell is Danchan?
Absolutely. You would be the first one to get called into question there, probably.
Sangal.
Comment number 3. Check out this third round, though. Sangal, they fully invested into it, but not with the Scout, Dan. With an MP9 on Major. The rest of them, of course, with the Deagles. As the push will be continuing here for PACT, the severely better equipped side already has a player in vent, as the Lurker will have to do a little bit by himself. Actually plant the bomb right out of the gate. And now the CTs, they have to rotate, but the Ts, they might just cut them off at the knees.
Oh, this looking like it's all said and
Save.
done. Yeah, nice kill from
Paz even
Paz,
gets
though.
the AK.
Yeah, that's a very nice kill to be picking up and a very nice weapon for them to save in that next round, as they aren't going to have a buyer of any sorts unless they save weapons into that next round. And obviously a few Deagles, an MP9, and AK-47, very nice weapons to be saving over if they can keep them all alive. Nice nade onto Manisa, does some damage. And finding kills here, Sangal. A couple do come through in the end. That's
Wasn't even a kill
Darko
onto
as well.
Darko.
Yeah.
But Engine was pointing at him with the gun, and it looked like he just killed him without firing a bullet, you know, the mind gun.
Yeah. Body is
Aided
the
by the
temple,
C4 exposure.
and the mind is the trigger. That doesn't make any sense, but we're
Nah.
rolling with it.
How high caliber is the third eye anyway? We're looking at a .45. We're looking at a 9mm. Like I don't know what we're working with here.
Okay, It's probably 762.
There you go. Classic.
One interesting thing, though, is I doubt Sangal are going to be able to do much in this round, is Sangal played Nuke recently against EC Brugge, I believe, the ex-Tenerife Titans side, in a different tournament, and
Yeah,
they
took
had a
them to overtime, didn't they?
13-2. Yeah, they had a 13-2 CT half, did Sangal. And then they lost the game 19-15. Or 19-16,
That's a
I
very,
believe.
very interesting observation then. So basically, once they get onto the T side, we shouldn't be expecting too much. So if they can't get anything done in the first half, that's might spell disaster for them.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see
mean,
if that
obviously,
happens.
bit of an outlier in a lot of senses, though, so take that with a pinch of salt, but something to keep in mind. As MADDOG's PACT, they've gone and they just keep walking into open bomb sites at this point. They're just using telekinesis to force Sangal into a different place on the map. Ooh, hello. Logic trying to bait out for the peak. Not going to work.
Yeah, Darko is about to get a nasty little surprise there in the face, as a similar surprise was dispensed by Manice, but no such surprises happened. He went back and hid behind the wall, a little bit of cover, as he does get a double kill. Not going to be leaving Sangal with that much to do, and your prediction reigns true, Dan. Not really much of a chance going in here, but Darko does pay for his transgressions in the end, as Logic Man picks up the fallen man's AK-47. And, a double peek, well, a double engagement, I suppose, toward Manice results in a kill. And that's going to be leaving PACT with the round win, but at least their economy is being held true.
Yes, Galil as well does major. So, Sangal finding a lot of damage in these rounds, finding saved weaponry. It's not the rounds right now. And that's the important part, really. You're not going to win just on saving guns. You need to also win the rounds out, and
Really?
Yeah, I know.
I've looked through the entire Counter-Strike rulebook. I didn't see that in there, but all right. Good to know. Outside being taken by the likes of PACT, as they'll be making their way into Secret quite shortly, as I don't think the CTs have any kind of presence down there, though the mini-map is quite hard to read on this map. But no, I see Logic Man the only one with the potential to be going down toward the B-bomb site. A Secret has already been handily taken, and they're waiting for aggression to come in, but I got some bad news for you guys. No one's coming. You guys might as well just press W and keep on pushing toward B.
As if he dropped down the vents, he could potentially cut them off towards that B site, but that time has now passed. They're already pushing past that position. So MADDOG's PACT are going to be able to get into this B site, and yet again, Sangal just sort of allowing these bomb plants to happen. Not really showing much defense over on these sides of the map, but Sensei has found an opening kill in the round. Bomb has been planted. Retake required with the man advantage, though.
Man, I'm looking at the clock right now, and I think it's already says game time, but I think Sangal are going to be postponing game time just a little bit to see if they can get an entry. I'm not terribly optimistic, though. Yeah, Sobal. Well, Beanox does get a kill, but Major answers in kind, so still a man disadvantage here, and the T's coming in from the back. They do find 2 kills, and that's going to be signaling the CTs to get the heck out of Dodge. It's going to be just Major saving toward the outside, hopefully finding another kill toward an overzealous T player pushing on out. Not going to be happening. 2 players alive for both sides. Is PACT to pick up a 4th. And Sangal continue the tradition of doing some decent economic damage and saving their guns, but I'm afraid, as before mentioned, now that I know, you have to win the rounds as well.
You do have to do that. I've seen it happen before where people don't win the rounds and they lose.
Man, wild.
But guns out once more for Sangals. Obviously, that is what the saving weapons can afford you, is these sort of consistent pressure on the MADDOG's economy. Whether or not it's going to push it to a position where Sangal can break it, we'll have to wait and see. Because right now, the MADDOG's PACT side, a little bit of cash reserve still for them. Not loads, and a loss here would still push them into a weird position where they might have to go for the force. Maybe just take the eco and actually fight up in the next, but all relies on Sangal winning out the round. And right now, only the pistol round has gone their way.
Regrouping toward lobby. Probably trying to do an A execute. They do have a player on roof who certainly can dispense some utility the way of the CTs. Even getting a double setup there on the roof. Really make it rain onto these counter-terrorists as no one's really standing on top of hut. No need to molly it, but they will do nonetheless. Engine ready with a Molotov of his own, though, to cut off that position in hut. It's not really going to be mattering as they push through the squeaky door. A nice little exchange happens. An Engine with a double. That's going to be the terrorists cut off at the knees here. Only Lunatic left alive. The A push not happening as they expected it to. Sangal too strong to hold. As that's going to be it. The Turks, they get their second round. Finally something on the board to work with. And hopefully they'll be able to string together a couple of rounds after this.
Poor Paz, man.
Yeah. Just gets naded.
Yeah, team-based
teammate.
nade was flying in.
And it doesn't even cost them the round. They still win it, like, super convincingly, because PACT just pushed in while the utility was still very strong for the CTs. Ooh, again! Fast A this time. Darko with the entry. And Major already in the vents is sort of left scratching himself as there's not going to be much action for him just yet. The T's have gone past him, weaseled their way onto the A-bomb side, Dan, as the retake will be coming in, but Sensei from Heaven gets mollied off and has to start pushing. Meanwhile, Darko gets another kill.
What the hell is happening? These rounds are
Fast
just
A.
chaos.
Yeah.
Just about who isn't blinded as the push comes through. This time it was I think, Engine blinded up initially. Maybe Paz instead. As the initial hit came through, and yeah, Dog's pack just run off the back of that. Sangal will save the opener org, but
Either way, like... Either way, like, Darko's been doing amazingly on those entries. 2 of them in the previous round toward the A site, basically single-handedly winning the round as Sangal just couldn't stop the A push. Weren't really set up for it. They were counting on the T's for playing a bit slower. Even getting Major into the vents early on kind of cost them the round a little bit as one player was missing in action. And no quick round in this one, of course, as the CTs are saving, but yeah, no utility to hold them back. It is going to be A quite fast, as a matter of fact. From the outside, they emerge, and from the lobby, they also come, as the bomb should be going down soon, but Logic Man actually secures a kill, and it was briefly a tied-up scoreline, but Logic Man looking for more. Certainly good that he found 2 kills, but I'm afraid it's not going to be enough.
this is a super sick first half already for PACT. 6 rounds on the board, looking for even more. And I'm sure they'll be getting plenty here, as they could very quickly take us to a 3rd map decider on train. Which I mean, we were sort of expecting PACT, this to be their one chance in this series to pick up a map. I don't think I never really thought they'd have a chance on either Dust 2 or Train. Obviously, we're yet to see Train, but I'd like to be surprised. I'd like to see a very interesting game on Train. But right now, looking so sick on Nuke for them. They've got everything down to a T right now. Obviously, the pistol round going Sangal's way, and it's just MADDOG basically ever since.
And the man at disadvantage here for the Turks already. Paz getting picked off. That was the best player, and now Sensei has joined the Turkish graveyard here as, well, the A execute certainly seems to be on its way. The Molotov already on top of the hut area. No one really to force back, but still does signal that that's kind of their plan going forward, as they are all in lobby here. Well, 4 of them at least. The 5th probably on the roof. But yeah, after the initial push, The delayed push does come in, and Engine has to hold it from the site. Gets the first kill. Beanox, meanwhile, finds Logic, and, well, while Engine does pick up 2, it does leave 3 terrorists alive on that bomb site to plant the bomb, and Major to clutch. Good start. Finds the first. But can he find the other 2?
Out here.
Imagine. Imagine.
Yeah, he also doesn't have a kit. I'm not sure if there's one dropped for the Sangal side. But certainly it's the timer's against him here, and he's just going to back away and save. Probably the wise decision, but PACT are going to find a 7th. And Sangal, again, they'll have this AWP saved across the like max loss bonus, but is that enough? 3,400 coming in. They can't really get a full buy through.
Alright,
Just
just
take a min buy here and full buy the next, surely.
Yeah, surely that's what you do. But just to quickly fact check someone in chat, the Sangal are better on T side. You'll find that they're doing much better on the CT side, and we even have like some anecdotal evidence that they had a massive lead on the CT side and then forgone it because their T side was not as good. So, kind of their last chance here to make something happen. Well, not in this round, of course, but the next is going to be pivotal, as PACT will be, of course, getting their 8th round, already winning the half. At that point, Sangal has to string quite a few rounds together to even be competitive in the next half.
Chance for Major there with the AWP, but can't connect as Nox goes yeeting himself across. PACT should be able to find 8, and should be able to find the lead for half-time. That's the important point for them, the lead at half-time. That signifies a very, very strong B side for them, and, well, yard control going their way. Smoke wall is popped. I'm going to send 4 players out towards the secret as well, using those smokes as cover. 1 player sat on top of the silo, I think, just to cover their teammates pushing down in case anybody tries to follow. And it's Sobel. Sangal playing all tight, not really wanting to give anything up early. They're instead pushing in towards the lobby, trying to find intel, but it's PACT side who are going to be in a great position here. Got themselves deep down towards this B site. You can see the rotations coming through now for Sangal. Look how many bodies they're putting in towards this B site. Major over by the ramp. 4 pistols in the site. They don't look committed to it, though. They're actually going to break away and send some players back. That could have been huge for Sangal, but instead, it might be too little too late now for them, as they've pushed 3 players back up towards the A site.
T's might still change their hearts, though.
Seconds.
Going up vents. Oh, boy. Now they're ready for the retake from lobby, but that's not really worth much. Major, however, with the initial frag, does go his way, and the push comes in. Logic gets the other kill, even picks up a rifle for his troubles, but Beanox already set up on the hut area. This is why you don't play retakes on Nuke. So many angles to watch out for, to keep in mind. Gives the PACT boys the man advantage yet again, and with 25 seconds left on the clock, Sensei is left in a 1 versus 3.
Well, he has the deagle, no armor, no nothing. Maybe gets the kill onto Sobel if he's lucky, but even can't manage that. 8 on the board for PACT. A rebuy will come through from Sangal, as that was minimal investment for them there.
They'll be happy with it for sure. But now comes the real challenge, Dan. They have enough money to fully buy up into this one. All the utility they could want. Of course, Paz a little bit short-handed. No, he actually spends it all the way. So yeah, if they don't manage to get this one, I think we can fully cut them out of Nuke, because you need to start picking up rounds on the CT side at some point. And this is, I think, the breaking point that they were looking for. Still so much economy left for PACT, right? Even if they lose this one, there's still a lot of work you have to do. And for now, off to a really passive start with the A push denied via the utility. Oof, that's a flash. That's what it achieves. Why does he do that, though?
It's a cool flashbang, but no one following it up.
The best one I've seen today,
Yeah.
but how? Why?
If you're in the vents, you have no chance of avoiding that one.
You don't hear the pin being pulled, no, nothing. That is a very good one. I guess just practicing for future, but I don't know what he was thinking there. Sensei, however, does find the kill toward, I believe it was ramp. Yeah, that's where he's playing. And Lunatic answers in kind on the other side of the map. That's going to be outside. You can see him having a stroll as he's going to be going into heaven, sending his enemies back to hell shortly as the A take does come in. And there is going to be Lunatic in the vents, hiding, ready to pounce. I mean, no, Lunatic is in heaven, but they do have a CT player in vents, so I got to be careful about that. Still, though, the CT's on site, no chance. The presence in heaven, too strong. And it's going to be Sensei left in a 1 versus 3, Dan.
Sensei who found the opening kill as well, and now it's all fallen apart. A player in sight, a player in heaven. I thought that player heaven peeked out. Oh, just about saves his teammate there. But it was a little bit awkward.
Right in the nick of time.
Yeah,
Certainly was.
Yeah, I was a bit worried because the player heaven didn't seem to be spotting him. Just in time, though, gets it killed.
You could really see that, like, Crosshair sort of materialize slowly, getting into focus, like, when's the shot coming? Come on. And then just gets deleted, unfortunately. Doesn't even pull the trigger due to rigor mortis or anything. As we'll be going into the 12th with Sangal once again saving up their money, and I'm afraid they have to start going for some real ballsy plays if they want to make anything happen on this half. 2-9, not the best. Quite terrible, actually, as the aforementioned aggressive push does come in through ramp, but it went about as well as Paz's sort of position there toward vent. Gets picked through the smoke, in fact. Sensei finds a kill onto Beanox. That was toward the ramp area. Look at this. 4T's just executing. Engine ready on top of HUD, but he misses so many shots. Ooh, Sensei doesn't miss, though. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. Picks up an AK and gets another one for his troubles. Just going to be Darko left for this T side, and Sangal may have just found a round here, as Darko was left between a rock and a hard place. And those two were named Sensei and Major. 3's in their name, and a nice kill to get them onto the 3rd round.
Jesus, that sneeze came out of nowhere. I tried to press my mute button, but the sneeze, like, you know, like when your whole body just like, jumps.
I could hear the very beginning of it, but not the culmination at the end. So you were good. You were good.
My whole body like jumped as I tried to press the mute button on the stream deck. And I ended up just like pressing a different button, which has nothing bound to it, luckily. But
yeah, good thing you didn't change scenes to the waiting screen or anything. That would have been embarrassing.
Well, it's a clean feed, so I can't. But,
exactly.
Yeah. 4 kills. Oh. Yeah, 4 kills found in the round, 2 for each team, although Engine's going to find another one and bring it into that advantage for the Sangal side. Lunatic can't find anything himself, and now Manise alone against Free. He'll get the bomb plant, that's for sure, but can he defend this bomb from Free? Very angry Sangal players, because they are angry because they only have 3 rounds of the board. They really want to get this bomb diffused. They don't really want their nuclear reactor blowing up. And oh, then just killed his teammate from the afterlife. No, that could have been everything. Major luckily remedies the situation, but imagine if that's how they lose the round.
That would have been quite spectacular, because he even gets some AK shots there toward the end. We'll see it in the replay, but he does start tapping toward that player that was out of Squeaky, and man, oh man, if those taps hit, that would have been a highlight for sure of the day. Getting a 1 versus 3 clutch like that, come on, let's see it. Oh man, that was so close. Some shots rained out as well.
Oh dear. Oh, 2 rounds left to play. A pause coming through. Just like a tactical here, it looks like, as Major does get himself a weapon up. That's good. I think he saved the up, dropped it over to Sensei. Oh no, saved the AK rather, and dropped it over to Paz. Pretty even kills across the board though right now, just in terms of the sort of the frag distribution between the both teams, which you wouldn't usually expect in a sort of 9-4 game. Pretty even.
We'll see if it continues to be so. After a brief timeout, we will be returning back into the game, as Lunatic's still yet to buy. Got plenty of money, though. And we got an AWP on Sensei and Major with the AUG. So, decked out CTs. All the nades they really want. Missing a few on pass, but that's not a big problem. As they will be hoping to at least get a 6th here. Knowing that the T side is not going to be as rosy as this one. But still, everything left to play for here as Sensei finds the opening kill. That's going to be a 5 versus 4 situation with outside being taken only by Lunatic, however, who swiftly falls and then gets some help a little bit too late on top of the main entrance. Darko is going to be trying to get them in the back, but Sobal already with a double entry through Squeaky. That was quite quick, but that's going to be everything that's going to happen for PACT in this one, unfortunately. Sangal, they'll be taking their 5th round, and PACT for the last round, they're not going to have that much money to work with, Dan. Basically, Sobal needs to save, and I'm not sure if he's gonna. With a minute left on the clock.
You were right in that assessment. He's been taken down by Major.
Could have hidden in secret.
Would have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. If some buts, if they were candy and nuts, we'd all have a merry time, wouldn't we? One more round to play for, and as you said, really not much to work with for the PACT side. That extra AK would have been super sick in this one. Obviously, a Mac 10 for Darko, the AK for Sobel. That's a team nade there. Luckily, he doesn't do much damage, just bounces off the back of his teammate and explodes harmlessly in the air, but the nade that didn't go towards the enemy.
$300 wasted. Ooh. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but the A-take is coming in, and it's a 3 versus 3 now. Some nice entries going in, but trades coming in as well. Sensei out of the vents pounces and gets a double, leaving only Lunatic left alive in a 1 versus 2 scenario, all falling apart here for the Polacks as Sangal looked poised to take a 6th here, and I think this is the best case scenario that we could have hoped for. A very bad start. I believe it was 7-2 at some point. Getting it to 6-9, definitely a worthwhile endeavor. Turks making it look possible to... Oh, there you go. So, yeah, the Turks really making it look possible to get this one in 2-0 fashion, potentially. But as we said, even if PACT do get this nuke win, I do believe that the final map of Train should be going the way of the Turks every day of the week.
Yeah. Should certainly be... Be Sangal not too worried if they don't pick up this map. I certainly wouldn't be if I was a Sangal fan unless I bet on Sangal winning map 2, which I wouldn't have personally. I think there's just too many inconsistencies in this map for them, and PACT exploiting a lot of that. But as I say, that 4 rounds at the end certainly makes things a lot more lively going into that second half. Although T-side nuke, Sangal not really gonna be able to find much, I don't think, in this one. Might be that we just get PACT running to a pretty clean 16, maybe dropping a few along the way, but anything more than that, probably going to require a few mistakes from PACT.
Certainly. Pretty even kills, all things considered, right? 14, 12, 10, 14, 12, 11.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of saving going on, just PACT sort of dominating at certain points, walking into a bomb site and leaving Sangal to save was certainly a familiar sight in the first part of this half, but they do make it work there toward the end, so let's see what they have in store for us here. The pistol, pretty important, not as pivotal as it would usually be given the broader context of this best of 3, but the Turks certainly wouldn't mind picking up the first, and there you go, Darko on the most entry kills. Only 3. Usually you see a much better statistics for, the top player in first kills, but that does just mean that it is quite a few players getting entry kills all around. Getting the average a little bit down as, well, we'll be seeing the terrorists executing toward outside 4 players, 1 staying in lobby.
A lot of aggression. Look how far they've been able to get. Sensei is already in hell. He's been cut down, though. He's dead, so his body will remain in hell. While the rest of his team try and look for openings, and there's one from Engine.
Ooh, the dualies coming out.
Yes,
Let's go.
Go, Sobel. Go forth, fulfill your destiny with those dualies. He's got a kill already. 2 more to be had. Lock range for those dualies. You can still definitely find heads.
Definitely. 1 pistol for each surviving terrorist. Definitely could be giving them the business, but Manise instead takes care of Engine. That's angle behind Silo there on the bomb site. Definitely not easy to counter, but Paz makes it work. He's been playing his danger zone, I see. 1 tapping with the Glock at a distance. You learn how to do that quite quickly in that game mode, but it is not meant to be. PACT do win the pistol round. 3 players left alive at the end, and the dualies still holding strong here. Getting passed into the next. Hopefully we'll see some more use out of it. But that was the lone kill we saw. A bit of a freebie. And yeah, the Turks not going to be happy with that one. Full forcing already, as it's going to be just a bunch of Tech 9s and a P250. Armor helmet across the board except for Paz, who has opted for more utility in his build. What did you see?
The odds.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, dear.
If you fancy yourself a betting man and want to make an absolute mint, Sangal, you know, I don't give them much chances of winning this one, but you can certainly have a go. As we'll see if the Turks can get it done here toward Darko. This is definitely a kill they should be getting. The UMP not that strong against armored players, and Engine strong against Darko gets the kill, but Lunatic answers, though he does go down as well, though help from Manise does come in. Into Hell, gets a kill and falls back. 3 versus 3 now, as he really can't contest these terrorists, but the smoke bails him out of trouble. And now, what can the T's really do? Paz still stuck in that squeaky door area. And the rest of them, I guess, just grouping up and pushing toward a bomb site. Ooh, Paz still aggressive on A. He's getting back up from behind, but they were in no position to refrag him, so good thing Paz found the kill.
Good thing for Sangal, very bad thing for PACT, though. Because right now, a 2v3 retake required. Neither of them have kits. Manise has a scout, but Nox with a FAMAS. A little bit of utility now flying in towards the site, but they've all vacated that Sangal. They've given up all the space. They're going to just play for the afterplants and look at Paz as well. He's lurking all the way around through the yard. He's going to be coming main, and Nox is going to have no idea. As there you go, there's a peek, and now they know his position. He's not going to get the frag. He's actually going to go down to Nox, but maybe, just maybe, Nox can get this one. Is he having it with the defuse? It was mighty close. I don't think he's got it, and he doesn't either. Split seconds off to getting that defuse through. So very close, but Dangle, they'll win out the force by there.
That leaves the Polacks in a bit of an awkward spot, right? Where they did lose pretty much everyone except for Beanox. Knowing, though, that Sangal lost all of their players in kind, maybe you go for a force buy here just to force the issue, try and get it done. Either way, great round here from Sangal, and Paz especially. Getting that aggressive kill onto A was everything. And the defuse at the end not coming through. Well,
I don't know if
you're not a fan of this buy?
No, I don't know if he had that defuse or not. I'm assuming they had the music on and he knew that, but...
Yeah, the music's not 100% either, so...
Yeah,
I don't know,
it
man.
was very close. He was on it when there was still 10 seconds on our clock in game, but...
That usually would mean that it's correct.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't remember if... it has to be 11 still when you start defusing on this clock.
Does it, though? Because... maybe it does. Yeah, maybe like the music already started, and once it starts, you know it's done. So it must have been a confident call that he didn't.
Yeah,
because
I think because if my memory serves me correctly, it goes to 10 seconds when it's already passed. When it passes by 10. So so when it said 10 seconds on the clock, it would have been about 9.5 seconds. If you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean he did not have time.
Still, it's one of those things in Counter-Strike where you have to...
Just had a momentary bit of lag there. Hope you can still hear me. But for
one of them down.
PACT, it is... Sorry, Sam, I just had a bit of a brief technical issue there. I'll run with the commentary for a second, as it is... The MADDOG PACT just getting picked off here. Oh, well, they were until Sobel gets free with a deagle. Huge kill from him coming through. But Sensei, now the last alive, can he win at this round out for the PACT side? 1 versus 2 gets the first. And he's gonna close PACT down. 8 on the board for Sangal. Sensei does it for them. And apologies for the brief tech issue there. Just had the stream freeze for a moment and had to get it all started back up. But
Hopefully we should be good now. As Sangal is good. Getting that 8th round means quite a lot. Gets your butts back in the saddle, as PACT really don't have enough money to invest into this one. We'll just be getting a armor and deagle for Sobal, and that's about it. A P250 on Darko. Just trying to play aggressively, or at least, you know, get the kills. Spreading out, though, not really pushing anywhere together. That P250 up close and personal on the ramp area should be good for a kill if his head doesn't get spotted. And Paz, of course, he doesn't see the text floating above Darko's head, doesn't know where he is. Let's see if they can find him out. Logic Man not even going to be looking in that direction, and Darko, he might just find a kill onto Paz here. That's 1 bullet he has to hit. Ah, but he goes prematurely. Never a good sign when you blow your load too quick, Dan. Too close to home?
yeah, just a little bit too close to him on that one. You've hit a nerve with that one. As PACT's getting run over right now on this T side.
Darko makes it work toward heaven, though. That's going to be the 1 kill they're walking away with. That was Logic Man as well, who was looking for the ace. Couldn't quite get it, though. Would have been a nice eco ace to make things happen here, and that MAC-10 certainly has made the cash register noises today. Quite a lot of money farmed up.
Balls coming through.
Sangal's economy is doing pretty good.
Yeah, a few clean rounds.
PACT are going to have to win like 2 in a row to get them done. Even then, like a half buy will be resulting in the 3rd round, so still a lot to play here for the Turks. Many opportunities incoming, Dan.
Guns out. Sun's out. Well, the round's going to be coming out for PACT, though. That's the question. As they hold just that slim lead. Sangal found a few in a row on this T side. Obviously winning out that force buy. Pushing the economy back into their favor after losing the pistol. Let's see if they can continue it here into the first real gun round of this game. Orp out for Nice. 4 rifles alongside it. Well, Sangal, they're just going to roll with the AK-47s. Not feeling the Orps right now on that T side. If they lose this one, they should be able to get a pretty solid buy through in the next round. You did say just pre-round there about the economy, but Logic Man will be a little bit low on cash. The rest of them should be able to get a pretty solid buy through, so I expect them to do so if they lose this.
Whew, what do they even do now? Looks like they're ready for an A execute. 2 players on the T roof, but maybe that's a ruse. Maybe it's a fake. Going toward ramp should be netting them a nice little kill there, but oof, a kill from Major. Unexpected. Sobal going down as the push toward ramp comes in. Darko not wanting to stick around, but Manice helps him out from hell as he does find the initial kill and even eggs on the terrorist to push toward him. You know you wanna, and that's exactly what Manice wanted. Sensei goes down, overzealous as always. A 3 versus 2 turns quickly into a 1 versus 3 engine. The last man left alive, the AK left in his hands, but the bomb on his back isn't going to mean anything because there's a bullet straight in his torso, Dan. Manice gets him. That is going to be the round. PACT managed to make it work.
Yeah, that opening spray from Major, just holding down Mouse 1 in the smoke. Gets a kill, but it's not enough for Sangal. 11-9, though could go for this rebuy, as we said. Logic Man, obviously, with only $1,800, the pause is going to come through. Correct decision, just to have a bit of time to deliberate what's going on here. Because you've got 4 players on the Sangal side who could get a pretty solid buy-through. Logic Man would be left with just a pistol, though.
Bit of a pause now as they decide how to divvy up the money. Logic Man has to get some kind of a weapon into his hands, and I see a Tech 9. Is that really what they're going to be hanging them out with? All right. He has enough money for
Ooh.
armor and utility, I suppose.
Yeah, they'll go
Bit of
for
a
they'll
bit
go
of a
for 4
BG
AKs.
considering how good he is. But you know, he's amongst the top fragging players at the moment. That's going to be Major, Sensei, and Logic Man on top for the Turks, 17 and 16 kills respectively. And on the other side, we got Sobal going ham at 18.
Yeah, Sobel's been having a cracker of a game. He's always seems to be just top performing on this pack side. We'll see if it's going to be enough for them, though, because Sangal, they're putting everything in their basket for this round. If not, it's going to be probably 13 before Sangal would be able to buy up again. And Benitez has already found an opening kill into Major with that yard push. They've gone in down towards the B site, though. Nox needs to get at least one before he's caught out, but Engine is quick on the kill. Not going to allow him anything from that position, and the vent's now covered off. Nox really needs to stay alive in that position, because now they've won that's one rotation angle that's cut off for these CTs, but maybe Sangal don't even feel like going down towards B. Maybe they feel there's already been rotations in towards that B site, and maybe the A site is going to be a bit more vulnerable. As we can see, there's still at least 2 players up there.
With the main execute, it's about to come in. Sobal ready for it. A double for him, and Lunatic chimes in as well. That's on the other side of the map, but it's going to leave Logic Man all alone. The guy who gets the Tech 9 emerges with an AK-47 at the end of the round, but with 40 seconds left, I don't think he's going to be taking his chances trying to save in T-spawn. Let's say the T roof is probably a safe place to go, but unfortunately doesn't want to wait. Doesn't want to waste our time. Pushes in. And, you know, doesn't get the kill. And the AK has been recovered by the counter-terrorist side, who are now fully decked out with AK-47s, except for Beanox, who will be investing into this round. But overall, their economy is looking swimmingly. Actually, that phrase doesn't work that well. Can something be looking swimmingly, Dan?
Yeah, I think so. Looking swimmingly. Swimmingly just means going well.
All right.
So it's looking well. Like it's going well.
Sure is, Dan.
Yeah. Just pistols for Sangal. Should be 13 on the board for PACT, and then a rebuy should come through for the Turkish side, and they'll try and put the MADDOG's PACT under pressure once more. But right now, it's Lunatic who finds the opening. Logic Man. Attempting peek there, but gets caught out. Very exposed.
Now, what are these 4 terrorists even going to be doing? They're splitting up pretty hard, but it looks like it's going to be an A split. Outside has been taken, and through main they can emerge, but don't want to push the issue too hard. There's Sobal there to hold them back. He is a bit preoccupied with the squeaky door, however. Going to be finding the kill onto Engine anyway. And there's no sign of any kind of a refrag happening here. Sensei might take the engagement, but meeting a similar fate has his comrade there. Not quite fallen, but not exactly looking too healthy either. His body currently Swiss cheese as he has to push toward the ramp towards a certain death. Darko already on the corner, and a double spray down to finish it off.
Is coming through. So are the guns for Sangal, though.
Yeah, let's see if this hyped up T side, the so-called good Sangal Esports T side, is actually going to be coming out to play. This is kind of their last chance here, needing to string together quite a few rounds to make a dent in PACT's flourishing economy at the moment. They got those PPP loans. His outside has been taken, but Lunatic with the perfect timing, a double spray happens onto Logic Man in 2 different instances. As that's going to be cutting off Sangal at the knees completely. 3 entry kills for PACT, and Sangal have barely even showed themselves in this round. With Major left outside all alone in secret, has to go huge from this position to rescue the round for his team, but how much can he really realistically do here? Lunatic even ready for the corner, sees the shadow, but loses his head as Major swings onto him, and Sensei with another entry onto A. There you go. That's the going huge that I was expecting. That's the one that was required. But how much can you do from here? 2 versus 3, and the players are still not together.
This is possible now for Sangal in this round. This would be a... Never mind. Major all alone. Down towards B. It's a shame that bomb didn't drop in towards the vents, because he could have gotten a plant through, but has to go up the ladder, and that is to his death. Kill comes through. 14 on the board for PACT, and Sangal haven't won a gun round on this T side. They managed to win out the force buy. Yeah, they
And the
managed to win out the
resulting rounds
force buy.
after.
Yeah, and the follow-up rounds, but now the guns have come out. It's been MADDOG's PACT who have been locking this one down. 14 on the board, pistols for Sangal to see if they can find something, but Lunatic is just going to spray and hold and pray. And just find Major in all of it.
So yeah, with a man down and inferior weaponry and utility, not that much money to work with once the 15th round happens for PACT. They're going to be scrambling to find anything in this one. A nice little smoke wall to cover them off as they go towards Secret. But Lunatic, ready for the spray, decides to look toward outside, however, and that's the bomb, Dan. Oh dear, oh my. If Sangal Esports had 0 odds of winning this one, those odds are officially now negative.
Yeah, it's all gone wrong. They managed to get players down towards Secret, but with the bomb not there, there's nothing they can really do. They've sent Sensei back. Logic Man's in the vents, hoping for a rotation down, and I mean, Sensei, he does find Lunatic. That's a nice kill to find. Provides a little bit of impact, but what do you do from here? He can't collect the gun. That's being watched by Sobel. Anissa's taking him down, leaving Logic Man alone against 4. His head has been spotted out and taken down. 15 for PACT. Looking like they want to take us to that 3rd map of Train. Just one more gun round for Sangal. One more chance for them. Otherwise, it's all going to come crashing down.
And this is just not going well for the Turks, but... Well, this is not going well for the Turks as they're really dropping the ball here. Last chance, though, Dan. They got an AWP on Sensei. They got AK-47s across the board. No Galils here, as far as I can see.
No, it's four AKs. They've got everything they need, apart from maybe a little bit of utility missing. But overall, a very strong buy-in. Sangal, they need this round, but with Major taken down by Lunatic early. Looking like 16 is on the menu for today, boys. And girls.
I'm sure there's a few. No judgment. But yeah, Sangal down a man. What can he really do here? The push toward A. In fact, a B split should be possible if Paz makes his way down into vents, but Darko and Maniz finding kills elsewhere on the map. That's the other sort of half of this attack that gets completely shut down toward ramp. Sure, they have a nice little presence here from Paz, but he can't really sneak up on the terrorist, on the counter terrorist, right? Because he needs to break the glass. It is an emergency, as the glass says. As he won't even be trying to flank them, just ready and waiting with a knife in case one of the counter-terrorists puts his back against the cold glass to feel nice, you know. Sometimes we all do that.
Yeah.
Don't look too deeply into it. But, ooh, there you go. Edge actually aggresses and gives away his position, but gets the kill. And the second one onto Darko. This is starting to come up Millhouse. Still a man down, though. And Sangal with 18 seconds left. There's not many chances of going for this one, but Logic Man has to open up this site quickly and get the bomb planted. Doesn't even have to open it up, though. No CTs around to get him on the transition, and Paz gets the one kill. Gets Sobal into a 1 versus 2. Make that a 1v1, as Paz is low HP, and that grenade might just finish him off.
Oh, it does.
Paz almost aced that one, but with the low HP in the end, the grenade proves deadly. As the Turks, the Turks have capitulated against the Polacks. PACT have won this one. MADDOG's up in here, as we'll be taking you to the 3rd map. It is going to be Train, Dan.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of a short break here. Join us back in about 10 minutes as we'll get into Train and see if Sangal can take this 2-1, or whether the PACT side will be able to steal it away on that final map. So don't go anywhere. Stick with us, and we'll be back right after this break.
Feel free to talk.
Boss, we've done all as you said.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, boss. Everything like you asked. It's in my car, boss.
I'm surprised. You're actually good for something.
So, where is it, Brady?
Here, in the trunk.
What the fuck is that? You fat Irish prick. You're supposed to bring me a coat, not a skinny animal kid. Where is LOOT.BET code I asked it for?
Well, he wasn't talking.
Are you out your mind, Brady? Because I swear, I put your brain to sleep. He ain't talking because his fucking mouth is closed.
So, maybe I should open it.
Oh, don't kill me, please. I tell you everything. Code is loot, loot. I'm young. I don't wanna die.
Boss, code is loot.
Oh my god, idiot. Fuck, I surrendered by idiots.
Hey, kid. Sorry about that.